Laura Harvey is a phenomenal DJ and she's also the founder of SpinSisters DJ agency. Hello Laura, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. So how did you get into DJing?
Well, I actually became a DJ by accident. So I was at an age where I was really into having house parties, and me and my friend, we ended up buying decks for the flats that we could have these house parties. And then as soon as they were in the flat, I was like, well, I may as well learn.
Yeah.
And then once I started learning, I got really into it. But my intention was only ever to DJ at my own house parties. But it just kind of escalated. As soon as I learnt to DJ, I suddenly realised that I was very well connected in the club world, and I got given some really cool gigs quite quickly. Like, I think my second gig outside my living room was in Berlin.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And pretty much every gig I did, there'd be someone there who would offer me another gig.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So it just snowballed, and next thing you know, I was like a full-time nightclub DJ.
Yeah. So when you first started out, did you have a particular genre that you were really into?
So I was mostly mixing house and techno to start on the club scene. But then obviously when you start doing private events, you end up doing other genres.
Yeah, I was going to say to you, so if someone booked you to DJ at their event, what kind of genres do you play?
So I can play pretty much anything, but I'm a child of the 80s, I was a teenager in the 90s, the noughties, I was in my 20s. I partied really hard across 3 decades, so I was always out, and in the week it was kind of cheesy clubs, sort of R&B, hip-hop, poppy stuff, and at the weekends it was very much house, garage and drum and bass. So I'm sort of, got a really good knowledge across all genres, from the poppy genres to the dancey genres.
Laura, I mean, your playlists are vast. Now, some of the genres that you cover, I didn't even know existed. So could you just tell me couple of the obscure ones you've got?
Well, I played Arabic music once for the Qatar royal family. I've played French music. I'm doing a gig this weekend, I'm playing Polish music. I played Russian music. I played Italian music. So yeah.
So you've got everything, haven't you?
I've played a lot of different styles of music. Obviously with those gigs, you do need guidance from the client.
So let's talk about Laura Harvey, the DJ. What are some of the favourite gigs that you've done?
I've been really lucky. I have done some really cool gigs. So I've played at places like Fabric, Egg Club, Ministry of Sound. Obviously, I've got to play in Berlin. I've played at ADE Festival. So I've done loads of really cool, what I'd call cool sort of clubby ones, which have been really fun. But I've also done some really good ones in the, the private events. I've DJ'd for famous footballers and some other...
Can you name names or not?
Probably not.
Did you have to sign an NDA?
Yeah, so it's probably best not to. I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, I've been really lucky. I've done some incredible gigs, and I especially love the ones where I get to travel. They're my favourite. When a client is doing an event abroad, and just the vibe, everyone's so happy to be there on holiday.
SpinSisters agency is very much like a one-stop shop, isn't it? You provide lots of different services, and lots of different types of DJ. What kind of, do you think everyone is slightly different on the agency?
Yes, so I would say, we're all very open format and very flexible, but everyone has their niches.
Yeah.
So someone's niche might be disco, someone else might be R&B hip hop. As much as I love playing all the different 80s and pop and 90s pop, I'd say my niche is definitely like the house, garage, drum and bass.
Now, if you are playing at a wedding and the dance floor is thinning out a bit, and I'm talking about a wedding here, because primarily we do mostly weddings, don't we?
We do a lot of weddings.
So what would you do if the dance floor is thinning out? Are there any sort of go-to tracks that you would put on?
Definitely. I'd say Freed from Desire goes off every single time. One More Time by Daft Punk is another one. There's quite a few sort of save the dance floor tracks.
So we know you're incredibly popular as a DJ, but if a client was, coming to the website and then wanted to book you, why should they book Laura Harvey?
They should book me because I have a really wide knowledge of music, but not only that, I have extreme OCD. I'm a real perfectionist and I'm a real people pleaser. So I think the combination of all these things, I will make sure that your event is amazing. And if it wasn't amazing, I would not be able to sleep at night. So I make sure that it is amazing. There's just no question for it to not be amazing. Like, I would hate it if one of my clients was unhappy, even 1%.
So let's talk about the agency now. When did you start SpinSisters?
So I was DJing in nightclubs for about 3 years, and then someone asked me to do a private event, and I really enjoyed it. And then, as much as I loved the clubbing side of things, I was a bit like, oh, to make it as a nightclub DJ is probably 10 years of hard graft. I'm not getting any younger. Maybe I should just focus on the private events, and also sort of schlepping up to East London at 3 a.m. Because I always used to get given these sets that were like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, which is a great time to play because everybody's in full party mode. But equally, when you're sort of pushing 40s, you're like, do I really want to be driving to East London on a Saturday night? I used to come in from work, have a power nap in the evening, then drive up and do these gigs. And then I started doing private events where I was like, oh, I can be home in bed by 2 a.m. This is quite appealing, actually, and it's also very fun.
So when you started the agency, did you have much competition at that point? Were there many agencies like SpinSisters?
So when I decided to set up the agency, I sort of had a look, and I found like there were lots of female DJ agencies, and they were either very corporate or very, very cool. There was no one who was like, I'll do your wedding, but I can also do cool as well.
Yeah.
So I noticed a bit of a gap in the market, and it sort of escalated quite quickly, actually. So I set it up in 2017, and I would say pretty much straight away we were getting sort of, 50 bookings a year, which, for a new agency, I was pretty happy with in the beginning.
So talk to me about the different services that SpinSisters provide, because it's not just the DJs, is it sax players?
Yes, so we've DJs, obviously, sax players. My partner sometimes does bongos as well, but we do have access to other sort of musicians if we need them. Yeah. And the types of gigs we do, weddings, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, but we also do corporate. We've had people contact us for festivals. We do everything, basically. There's nothing that we wouldn't do.
Are you very selective about the DJs that you bring onto the agency?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So they have to be very experienced. I wouldn't let someone go and DJ at someone's wedding unless they've done, at least 10 to 15 weddings. Weddings, as you know, you have to read the room really well. So, they have to have their own kit. They have to be experienced. We do Zoom meeting. They send me their mixes. I check out all their social media. And, I'd have to say I'm pretty picky about who I take on.
Yeah. So what is the unique kind of selling point of SpinSisters?
So I would say the main thing is I really try to make sure that we give our clients the best customer service. So all the DJs are very reliable, they'll turn up on time, they'll look great, they're all very personable, warm, lovely energy, and everyone's cool, but also very, very lovely, warm, friendly, and does their best to do a really good job for the client.
Because that's the thing, isn't it? SpinSisters doesn't just cover the UK, it covers global, would you say?
Yeah, we'll go anywhere.
Yeah. And tell me though, because I've yet to have been booked for one of these gigs, but I'm always envious when I see you doing weddings abroad, especially in Italy.
Yeah, no, I've done 8 gigs in Italy and for weddings, and it's just amazing. I think everybody's there for a few days, they're more relaxed, and then obviously you get to enjoy the experience as well. You're there for a good few days, have a mini holiday, and I absolutely love the abroad gigs.
What is the secret to getting everybody on the dance floor?
Reading the room. So I always do a Zoom meeting with my clients, get them to fill out a music questionnaire and get a really good feel for their taste. But obviously on the night, the key thing is to read the room. And generally, when they say they want certain genres, there's always like the banger of each genre that always works every single time. So when I'm switching genres, I'll always play the banger first, because then I know if they don't love the banger, skip that genre altogether.
Tell me what kind of events SpinSisters cover.
So we do weddings, birthdays, bar mitzvahs. We've done brand launches, hotels, restaurants, private events, you name it. We've done it.
So Laura, is there a dream gig that you would like to do?
Anything that involves travel. If you want to book me in Bali, I'm there.
So not only do you DJ on your own most of the time, but sometimes you do a bit of duo work as well, don't you?
I do, yes. So I DJ with Sally Kay, who's also on the SpinSisters team. We do gigs together, and it's really nice when we get to do a gig with a friend, because you're kind of dancing together and it almost feels like you're having a night out, and it's really, really fun.
And what advice would you give any aspiring female DJ out there that wanted to join SpinSisters?
So send me some good mixes, have good content, do video montages of your night, of little clips of parties going off, and just show me evidence that you are amazing at what you do.
Have you got any funny moments that you can share with us about your DJing and when you've been out and about?
I think the one that springs to mind was I was actually a very inexperienced DJ. I think I'd DJ'd outside of my own living room 3 times, and the person who gave me the set clearly didn't realise how inexperienced I was. And anyway, so this guy, he was like, "Oh, do you want to play at Fire?" And I was like, "Yeah, great, are you sure?" And anyway, so he said to me, "You're going to be playing in room 2. So anyway, I got there and I walked into this room and it was absolutely going off, and Seb Fontaine was playing, and I was like, oh, okay, so this has to be the main room. So I went looking for room 2 and I just found a bigger room. And then I found this really dinky room, and I was like, anyway, so I rang the guy and I was like, what room am I playing? He goes, you're playing in room 2. And I was like, what? I was like, Seb Fontaine's playing in room 2. He went, yeah, you're following on from Seb Fontaine. And the panic. Oh. So anyway, I was supposed to be doing Dry January. I ended up going to the bar and I was like, 3 shots of tequila, please. But anyway, I absolutely smashed it. People come up to me and was like, what's your SoundCloud? What's your DJ name? And then that was when I decided that I wanted to be a DJ. I was like, oh my God, that was so fun. And actually, I have found that the gigs where you are the most anxious, they're the ones that give you the most joy. When it goes really, really well, you really get that, that happy feeling inside, oh my God, I nailed that.